In this episode, we're talking about the best real estate websites, selling your home during the holidays, and haircuts. You ask real estate questions, and I answer them. This is the Ask Daniel Los Angeles Show. Hey everyone, this is Daniel with Contempo Realtors. Thanks for joining me for the very first episode of the Ask Daniel Los Angeles Show. I'm here in Burbank. I have busy Alameda Street behind me. I'm at my office. And I hope to just answer some real estate questions for you the best way I can, and hopefully you get to learn a little bit more about the real estate business. So let's get started. Maria S. asks, Daniel Los Angeles, our lender said we can't buy a new home until we sell our current house. How can we sell our home if we don't have a place to move to? We feel stuck. What do you suggest we do? Your lender doesn't want to give you a new loan because I'm assuming you already have a loan on the current property you're living in. You have a mortgage. And so that's too much debt. They don't want to give you a new loan if you already have a loan on your old property. It's just so much debt that you don't qualify, basically. So the lender's telling you, look, you got to sell the house so you can get rid of that mortgage, and you can then purchase a new place. One way to do it is you sell the place, then you move into an apartment for a couple months while you find your new home. I haven't met anybody that wants to do that. So what I always recommend is you do what's called a rent back agreement. So you sell your property, you find the buyer, but you tell the buyer, look, when we close escrow, I'm gonna have to continue living at this property for an extra 30, 60 days after we close escrow. So you have to pay them rent, but the benefit is that you get to continue to live at the property while you're looking. So your home is sold, you're still living there. Yes, you're paying rent, but you're still living at the house, and you get to search for your new home while still living at your property. That seems to be the most popular way that people like to handle that situation. Brad L. asks, Daniel Los Angeles, why do I have to use a real estate agent to sell my house? Can't I sell it on my own? Absolutely, you can sell a home by yourself. Just like you can cut your own hair, but I don't recommend it. I suggest you go to a barber. If you get accused of a crime and you're put on trial, I suggest you hire a lawyer and not defend yourself. Just like I suggest you hire a real estate agent if you're going to sell your property. I can't tell you how many different ways there are that you can get sued. And if you don't check off one little box during the disclosure period, then you can get sued later on, and you need somebody that has been there, done that, and typically a real estate agent has been there and done that. So yes, you can absolutely sell the home by yourself, but I just don't recommend it. Samantha and Carlos T. ask, at Daniel Los Angeles, when we put our home on the market, what are the best real estate websites our house listing should be on? There's a ton of real estate websites that you should be on. I'm going to tell you the top three. So it's Zillow's number one, by far that gets the most amount of traffic. Second is going to be Trulia, and then third is Facebook. The first two, Zillow and Trulia, you're actually going to get syndicated out to those websites automatically if you're on the MLS. So if your real estate agent puts you on the MLS, it's going to automatically be on those two. But Facebook is another story. Your real estate agent has to actually pay and run ads on Facebook in order to be seen by anybody. The great thing about Facebook is that you can actually target exactly who you think your buyer is. So if you think your buyer is a millennial, you can actually target people by their age groups. So that's really important to be on Facebook as well. So those I would say are the top three, but there's so many different websites out there, and really you should be on all of them. Sophia P. asks, I heard the holiday season is not the best time to sell. What are your thoughts at Daniel Los Angeles? The holiday season is actually a great time to sell. The reason is because the buyers that are out there are actually very serious buyers. I mean, think about it. If we're in the rush of the holiday season. You're out, you're buying presents, you're hanging out with family, friends, you're partying. You know, you're not going out to open houses just because you're a looky-loo and want to look at nice properties on the weekend. So if you're in the rush of the holiday season and you're looking at properties, that's because you're a serious buyer and you want to buy a house. So if you're coming through that open home, you're coming to see the property, we already know that you're going to be a serious buyer. So I love the holidays. It weeds out all the looky-loos basically. So it leaves you with the real deal buyers. Well, that's it. Thanks for joining me on my very first episode of the Ask Daniel Los Angeles show. If you have any real estate related questions, just comment, or you can send me an email, daniel@contemporealtors.com. You keep asking those real estate questions and I'll keep answering them.